Hello, welcome to the next edition of the Jank Tank. Today we're going to be trying out Arcane Bombardment and Pioneer with the brand new card, Reenact the Crime. We're going to try to discard our bombardments and hopefully be able to get them back and start the process of maybe getting multiple spells under the bombardment and winning the game from that point. We have a backup plan with Chandra, Torch of Defiance, so we do have a little bit of resistance to Graveyard Hate if it comes up. Plus we have some stuff to hopefully help in the sideboard. But if you like Jank Tank and you like the concept of Arcane Bombardment and Pioneer, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification to be alerted for future videos. And we're on our way to 1,000 subs. Let's get there together and let's get into the deck list and see the deck in action. So we have 3 bombardments, 20 lands plus 2 MDFCs. It's really important to have like a hazard or a opus underneath the bombardment so we can win the game naturally. We also have Consider, Opt over something like Sleight of Hand for the Opt because since Arcane Bombardment only triggers once per turn, it's quite nice to be able to trigger on our opponent's turn. Prismari Command also in big score to help loot away some cards, so that should help with Bombardment. Treasure Cruise is pretty good at refilling our hand, plus eating up the cards that we don't really want to hit to put underneath Bombardment, so that's also helpful. It says Chandra, Crackling Drake are our backup plan. Against aggro, we have Thing in the Ice for additional ways to win the game, and also do a little bit of a sweeper. Dispute for the control matchup, Disdainful Stroke for mid-range / like Shieldred. Change the Equation for green and red. Also, we have Renning Volley for Amalia combo. That is Arcane Bombardment for Pioneer. Let's see the deck in action. Fountain passes. Reef, say go. Cavern on Spirits. Opt. Chart a course to the bottom. Double Bombardment. Play a tap land, say go. So Rattles, tap land. Passes. Consider. Prismari Command in the graveyard. Drew a land, that's what I wanted. I think I just play a tap land here as I go. A second Cavern. Hits me. Wedding Announcement. Cycle, the Magma Opus. Coast, Chandra, Spell Pierce. There you go. Tap Coast, shoves in for 2, take it, Copter, and makes a 1/1. I think I just pass. So he goes accruing, shoves in, Prismari Command, Artifact, go looting? No, we'll do 2 damage. Attempt to snipe 2 of his stuff. Trying to bait any kind of counter spell I can. Spell Queller. Consider. Draw the vents, Reef. So I'm dead, right? Sure. Like a Thing in the Ice matchup. Down Charter Course. Run it like that. Actually, Volley might be worth my slots too. Down Axe, a Command, Treasure Cruise. Run it like that. Steam Vents tap, say go. Coast, Wanderer. Passes. Play that said Reef, say go. Invasion. Consider. Graveyard. Alright, what do you got? Take my command, I guess. Okay, Reenact the Crime. That's like the least important card in my hand. Hits the Invasion. Play the Thing in the Ice. Reef. Say go. Sailor. Flips the Invasion. Attempt to target the Wanderer. Rattles. Snipe the Rattles. Protect his dude. That's unbelievably good for me. We just pass. Hits me for 5. We take it. We just pass. Attacks out. Big score. Opt. Don't need another big score. Wanderer, should say. And passes. Play the Hall. Shove. Attempt to cast Bombardment. That's fine. Say go. Okay, plays a Sailor and a Sailor. Hits me for 3. We're at 11. Play a Pathway. Play Consider. Stop that. Cast it. 2 damage. Loot. Attempt to snipe there. Come on, use your spell. The 2-drop. Rattles. Go to combat. Shove. Blocks. So another land for him, which isn't the best, but Wedding Announcement. That's a little problematic, but if he tacks out, then he doesn't get it. Shoves with just the 2/1. Go to combat. Shove for 14. Chumps and chumps. Another Wanderer. So he hits me to 5. I'm assuming you're attacking with both. So that means you draw, not make a 1/1. So we're at 5. So a Queller. Shove out. I guess he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. He just has to chump one. He blocks both. Okay. Pass the turn. Invasion. Takes the axe. And a copter. Hits me. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. I'm just going to block here. Regardless, I'm taking 3. So, sure. Okay, 0-1. Let's get into the next. Canal. Say go. Steam vents. So we opt. Bottom. Pathway on blue. Say go. Plays a den. Cycle the opus. Play a tap land. Say go. Island. Young Pyro. Consider. Alright, keep the land, I guess. Untap. Play the land untapped. Say go. So he opts. That probably tells me he has a spell pierce. Shocks himself. Shoves for 2 or 3. Take it. Big score. Getting rid of a treasure cruise. Make disappear. Big score. Again. Okay, now you're just making me mad, so get rid of your pyromancer. Say go. Turns on the den. Hits me for 4-7 or 8. Play a treasure cruise. Coast. Reenact the crime on the treasure cruise. But I think I'm dead though, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure. Yeah, we just did not find our pieces soon enough. So this matchup, we have Thing in the Ice. Probably down 1 chart a course. 1 react. 1 treasure cruise. Run it like that. Hazard, say go. Shocks himself, passes. Canal, say go. Considers. Plays a den. We opt. Bottom. Untap. Thing in the Ice isn't terrible here. Play Thing in the Ice. Dispute. Say go. That resolves. Get rid of Pasmari command. So we opt. Bottom to Chandra. Opt. Alright, so we draw a land. Attempt to treasure cruise. So you have it. You did have it. Say go. Island. Iconoclast. Maybe eventually we'll find a deck that's not blue. Okay. Pass. Opt. Considers. And a Delver Secrets. Interesting. So you start turning on the den next turn. It gets a treasure cruise in. And hits me for 2. Consider. I guess draw it. Another consider. Graveyard. That is not what I'm looking for. But I think I have to snipe the Iconoclast. Say go. So is it Charm? Which means there's no way I'm going to get this Arcane Bombardment down. Shoves in. Another Delver. Opus. Okay, I'm off. Garden. Pathway on blue. Say go. Alright, we're going to get this one. We're just going to get a game win. Let's do it. Sacred Foundry. So we opt. Chandra to the bottom. Reenact the crime. Not really what I'm looking for. So we say go. Island. Picks up Jegs. And passes. We play a land. Say go. Plays a tap land. And passes. So we draw a land. That's good. Shock ourselves. And pass the turn. Swamp. Jegs. That's good. That's an opening. We will pitch Treasure Cruise. We untap. Steam Vents. Perfect. So, we are going to be doing it. Finally. Arcane Bombardment. So I think I want to consider and play a Treasure Cruise, of course. Bottom. You just need to dodge any kind of removal for this. So next turn we want to axe and then pitch the Bombardment. Reenact the Bombardment. If this is just a Troxa, that's fine. Bring to Light. Omnath. That's acceptable. That's fine. I guess now the question is, do I axe the Omnath now? Probably not, right? Passes. Attempt to snipe Omnath. Cast both of those two. Bottom. So that happens. Reenact the crime on Bombardment. And shock myself. Say go. Get rid of Opus. If you can get an Opus underneath it, that's where the money is. Another Omnath. That happens. And he draws. Ugh, this is a tight race. So he gains some life and shocks himself. So what is he doing for that much mana? Escape to the Wilds. So he attempts to go for another land. we'll go ahead and opt. We can consider opt. I don't need to do it. Treasure cruise. Bottom, graveyard, and we will pitch a canal and opt bottom. So we go ahead and we'll lightning axe, pitching a consider because it's better to have in the yard. Another Omnath. Slaughter game, maybe? What are you gonna name? Do you know about Chandra? I don't think so. Magma Opus. That gets out of graveyard too, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's problematic. Okay, so first things first, play Reef. Play the Chandra. -4 on the Omnath. Play Prismari command. We need to loot, create a treasure. Perfect. So this comes into effect. Get rid of the Jegs. I don't need anything else. Big score comes into effect. We'll take Omnath, I guess. And that's it. Cast Omnath. Get rid of those two. And pass. I definitely punted. I meant to get rid of use my lightning axe to get rid of the bombardment, which would have let me go off with another react with another bombardment, but bring to light, X5. K command to get rid of the Chandra and get back an Omnath. Respectable. Chain to the rocks. Carry edited. Tap land. So we opt. None of those. We'll go ahead and get back Chandra. And bottom. Prismari command's good. And passes. We do need to make sure we don't mill ourselves out. So we're going to go ahead and play the coast. Uptick for mana. Prismari command. Draw 2. Burn you. So 2 damage, any target. Draw. So cast this. We will create a treasure. 2 damage. And that's it. Well, that sucks. I can't seem to get it to work. We'll pitch those two, I guess. I guess I could have just hard casted it. That's the point of this stage of the game I guess I'm at. Up the beanstalk. Omnath. Consider. So we'll go ahead and do this. Target here. Pitch bombardment. Cast that. 2 treasure. 2 treasure. Cast 2 treasure. And that's it. So that dies. This one goes on the stack. Reenact. Bombardment. Cast a bombardment. We'll draw that. Leyline binding. I'm going to get rid of this bombardment. Get rid of the Chandra. Reenact. Omnath. Okay. And a chain to the rocks. It's so worth it though. This is so based. Another Caryatid. Another Prismari command. So we go ahead and drop down the Prismari command. 2 damage. Still has no artifacts, so we'll just do that. Prismari command. Prismari command. And done. Don't need to do anything else. Pass the turn. We have 17 treasures. This is insanity. Fable. Now that we have a target, we'll use it. I wish I could just remember these. Done and done. Atroxa. That means I need to win relatively quick here before he starts gaining more life than I could deal with these Prismari commands. I don't see a white source untapped. Okay, plays a tap land. I guess I could just axe it to death. That is something I didn't, yeah? So we big score. So this happens to these two. Lightning axe. I think I have to pay 5. Yeah, which is not a big deal. I've been saving these treasures for something. Wait. Oh, kidding me, right? Okay, so pay another 5. Reenact a treasure? Can I really reenact a treasure? Okay. So there goes Atroxa. Get back Atroxa. And that's all I'm doing here. I guess take a hazard and a Chandra. And I guess play that says Chandra. On his upkeep, set stop. Uptick. No. And we just pass. Hazard. So he can binding right now, which I guess he has to. Ouch. But somehow it still goes on the stack. Sweet. Got it. Yes! So against this matchup, probably volley, maybe alternative win cons. I expect Graveyard Hate to come into effect. Maybe get down the reenact. Down one Charter Course, one Treasure Cruise. Maybe I don't need a full thing of disputes and volleys. Volley has to be better than an act, so we'll run it like that. So we Vents, tap, say go. Temple Garden, Caryatid, Canal, Charter Course. Get rid of the Opus, say go. Picks up Jegs. Looks like he's holding a binding, if I had to guess. So we'll just play a Canal and say go. Jegs. Honestly, I don't care about that. So I think I make a treasure loot. Volley doesn't seem very good right now. Treasure Cruise. Play an untap, vent, say go. Hits me for 5. Plays a tap land. Big score, get rid of a Canal. Play Crackles. Plays a binding. Yeah, that's fine. Passage, cracks it. Hits me and passes. Attempt to play a Bombardment. Dispute. Pass. Consider. I guess we'll draw the land. So we're going to be at 3 here. Not a high life total. Okay, BTL. For Slaughter Games? Bombardment. When that has to happen, that has to be a weird situation. You have to Slaughter Games for Bombardment. Alright, gets my Magma Opus. Treasure Cruise. Snipe there. Get rid of an Opt. Say go. Gets rid of the top 2. Gets rid of an island. That's good. So Omnath. Volley. Another Omnath. Dispute. Consider. Graveyard. So another Treasure Cruise. Get rid of a Reef. Crackles. Say go. Now he probably just minuses the Tibble. Yeah. I mean, his is only a 4-4, but we're at 8, so it's not a high life total. Fable and Lavinia. So we definitely played the Hall. Graveyard that. Opt. Mari command top. 2 damage, go looting. Snipe the Goblin token. Get rid of 2 lands. And say go. So he hits me. Take it. BTL. For what? Do you have something that does 2 damage when he ETBs? Sea Shark. Gets rid of a binding. That's pretty good for him. Chandra. So I only have 1 mana left over. So I need to do it on his untap step. Cast. So 4 damage. I think I have to get rid of him. And then tap those 2. Magma Opus? Yep. Alright. Got it. I'm thinking I'll let the other dispute down a Charter Course. Maybe a Chain to Equation over a Charter Course. Something like that. Steam Vents tap. Say go. Fable Passage. Canal. Say go. Stomping Grounds. Caryatid. Fill up the yard a little bit. Consider. Graveyard. Opt. Bottom. Say go. Picks up Jegs. Tap land. Passes. Crackles. Say go. Omnath. Snipe. Getting rid of Pismari command. Cast it. Treasure. Loot. Opus. Chandra. Tap land. Shove. Binding. Another Caryatid. Drake number 2. Land. Say go. BTL. So Valky minus. Play Arcane Bombardment. Say go. Takes a hazard. Okay. Colgan's command. Gets Omnath, but that's fine. Land. So that means I need to Chandra. Uptick Chandra. Volley. What do I get? Say no. Tap land. Say go. Alright. Tibble gets my dispute. Get Lost should help him get this Bombardment. Or Chandra. Sure. Jegs. Fable Passage. Uptick to Chandra. Mystical Dispute. Can't cast it. I guess I say go. Escape to the Wilds. It's not a terrible top deck. If you can answer my Chandra, it's pretty good. Crackles. Plays a little Triumph and a Caryatid. Shoves in my face. Take it. GG's. 1 and 2. What a match that was. Let's get into the wrap up. What an epic finish. Like, the deck I feel like is reasonable. It's definitely getting better. I'm not sure if 4 Reenact the Crimes is where I want to be. It's probably only maybe a 2 or 3 of maybe at best. You also probably could fit some Gear Hulks in here if you really wanted to. But I just really wanted to play Arcane Bombardment. I think it's just an awesome card overall, and it's a mythic that doesn't really see a lot of constructive play. So I was kind of excited to try it. The other possibility is I could go Jeskai with the deck, right? We get Lightning Helix, which is quite powerful for a burn spell / stabilizer, which might help in one of the 2 matches previously, where we face a very aggressive deck. So being able to just gain 3 life is actually very important. And if you do that repeatedly on a stick, maybe that's what I missed here. Which if I did it that way, I guess I would have to get rid of Reenact the Crime and go back to my original build that I had, the Campus Revelation or whatever that was, that you return an enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield, then you get to do something else on top of it. That was 5 mana. I wanted to try to Reenact the Crime. So if you have any considerations for Arcane Bombardment, if I play this deck in the future, let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification before you head out that door. And until next time, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Talk to you soon.